How you doing? And thanks for watching. This is George with Wicked Warnings, here with a brand new 2020 GMC Sierra, the all-new body style with those very cool DRLs in the headlights, which we are working on. What we're featuring on this truck is our auto flasher kit on the white forward-facing mirror lights. We're also featuring our LIN6 in the front grille as well as the rear steps. And we've included an auto flasher kit for the reverse lights and that new spoiler style third brake light cargo contraption. There's a little off-axis view for you. And as always, this is in the bright shop lights. You can see those LIN6s on a split triple flash pattern. This vehicle is in an asphalt environment, construction and trades, so the warning doesn't need to be pursuit level intensity. We went for a slightly more subdued professional amber white system here. Now here you can pick up two things very well. One, how bright off-axis those mirrors really are. And two, how also bright the LIN6 is still at this angle. We're approaching 45 to 50 degrees to the front of that LIN6, and we're quite close in proximity, and you can still see a good flash coming from it. Here you can see how much of an angle you can really get out of the front grille lights on this particular install. And speaking of grille lights, you can see where we mounted them right here, and I chose this mount because we're actually securing them with one fastener here. We reinforced the back side of the grille with some extra plastic, and this is basically a damage-free mount. There's one small hole where that screw goes through the grille, and it's quite secure. It fits in there very snugly, and when you step back, because we smoked those lenses slightly, they pretty much disappear on the grille of this truck. So we didn't want to do any major damage to the grille, so that was what we came up with for this one. The LIN6 and the TIR3 would both work fine like that, and the wiring goes around to the sides and out from behind the grille, because this truck does have louvers behind that grille for heat, so it gets interesting trying to pass wiring when you have louvers. So moving on to the back of the truck, as you can see, we've got one auto flasher module kit running the reverse lights, and we've got one on the third brake light cargo light. If you'd like more information on those products, be sure to check the description of this vehicle and keep Wicked Warnings in mind, because we are your #1 safety source for construction and emergency strobe lighting and equipment. Underneath it, down there in the step pockets, we have the same LIN6 as we featured in the grille. And when we drop the camera down, you can see you really get a good flash off of those right there in the step pockets. Camera's about 3 feet off the ground right now, right about typical eye level for cars and such going by. Here's a little off-axis shot of those LIN6s in the step. We also smoked the lenses on the LIN6s in the back too, so when they're shut down, they pretty much disappear, just like the front. So that step mounting location right in there horizontally, you can fit a LIN6 or a T3, or if you prefer an LED HAW duo with a mounting lens or an Echo HAW duo low dome, you might be able to put those there as well. So several lights all fit in that location very nicely, and you could also add lights facing sideways if you like too. Now, of course, as you can see with the cargo light, we didn't lose any functionality for that light. It'll still work perfectly normal when you're not strobing. The auto flasher module does not have any effect on the light when the strobe light switch is turned off. So in normal instances, when the light is turned off, the auto flasher allows complete OEM function of the light. Now, as you can see, the console area, dash cockpit area of this vehicle doesn't give you too many options for a switch location. We were kind of looking around and thinking about putting it here, but when you tend to put it here, it seems like this portion of the steering wheel blocks it, and you're liable to drive all over town with your LEDs on. So what we decided to do was to put it up here, right by the RPM gauge. And we used a nice blue LED lit switch. So as you can see, it's a little difficult to drive away and not notice that that switch is on and that you are running your LEDs. With or without the corny label, the switch still looks very nice. almost factory. We have the switch in all black with a small blue dot if you prefer. This one just happens to be the larger blue. I kind of like the larger one. It lights the dash up real nicely, and like I said, you won't have any issue with driving around town with your lights on when you don't want to. So you will have to clearance a little plastic. You got to take this part off and probably this part off and this part off, and you'll see what I mean when you get in there, but it is possible. You can see exactly how we did it. So if you want to put a switch, that's definitely doable right there. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings. Be sure to check out the links in the description for all these different products. Smash that subscribe and like button, and make sure to share us on your social media.